Hey guys, what a day it's been, and I'm going to talk a little bit about my day in this video. First of all, I want to say something, and I want to make it transparently clear. We all get annoyed, we all have a tendency to get mad, but it's all about how you handle yourself. And I clearly have to learn how to handle myself a bit better. But the true fact is that we all do. And sometimes, we all get mad, we all get upset, we all get annoyed. That's just that's the reality. The second thing is, even adults like children sometimes need to take a time out, and sometimes even when you have a lot of tools in your toolbox, whatever those may be, they just do not work. And sometimes we all can have a conniption fit or a spaz out, so to speak, whatever you want to call it, but in most situations I don't recommend that. However, if you are in a relationship, which a lot of relationships are crazy, and they can end very, very poorly. Now, as you all know, I'm not actually in a relationship myself, but I have seen many relationships that go down the rabbit hole of misery, so to speak. They don't end well. They end very, very poorly and can become very, very toxic. So it's very, very different if you're in that position. If you're in my position, however, I'm a good listener. I have a lot of patience. I can deal with a lot of things. I'm patient, I'm a good listener, I'm good at talking to people, which I guess, that falls under the same category. Patience. It's patience, and it's waiting, and sometimes depending on the situation, the person might not have patience for certain things, and sometimes the person or people may have patience for whatever the case may be. Sometimes they don't have patience. It all depends. It all depends on the circumstance and the situation. And like I say, even sometimes when you have so many, you can have a lot of tools in your toolbox, and sometimes those don't even work. Again, that depends upon the situation, and sometimes, people, myself included, every once in a blue moon, sometimes, I can say the wrong thing. Sometimes people should just leave some things. Some things are better off unsaid. Or sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't want to talk about some things or say certain things. Because if you're like me, you might think those things, and or you might want to say something to somebody. My personal advice, and what I've learned through my toolbox, is if you're mad at somebody and you really want to dig at them, or give them an earful, or have a conniption fit and just go ape, that's not the way to go, for a couple reasons. First being, you're gonna make the person mad, you're going to hurtful things are going to be said in the heat of the moment, and it's gonna create toxicity. It's going to create drama, and it's going to create turmoil. So like nobody wins, because you could lose your shit, or you could have a conniption fit or get mad, but that's not handling yourself very well. That's not the right thing to do. Now, as I said previously, sometimes we can all have a conniption fit from time to time. Nobody's perfect, and if they think they're perfect, they're wrong, because everybody has I don't care who you are. Everybody has imperfections of some kind. And if they think that they're perfect and there's nothing wrong with them, they're full of shit, and they're going to find their imperfections really soon, or at least I hope they do, because if they think that they're so perfect, and there's people out there that think that they're perfect and they're invincible and nothing can touch them, but another reality is that nobody is perfect, and some people never realize or never see their imperfections. And for those people who think that they're walking on water and they're invincible and nothing can touch them, I got news for you. There's something that's not perfect about you, and if you don't discover it, the chances are somebody else will. It's karma, right? Karma always comes back in some way, shape, or form. And I speak from experience. Nobody's perfect. Everybody mucks up or screws up from time to time. But the last thing I want to say, and this is the most important, and I think it's a good point to leave on. It's okay. If you muck up, or if you screw up, or if you do something wrong, then the most important thing, and this is something that I'm learning in my mindfulness class right now, and my meditation as well, my spiritual teachings. What is most important is the conventional thing is to let something go. The worst thing you can do to yourself, for your self-esteem, for your mental health, even for your physical health, is the worst thing you can do is beat yourself up. Because when you beat yourself up over something, let's say, for example, I was upset about my swim pass, and I was very, very impatient in that regard. I'll admit that I was getting very, very impatient, I wanted to give him an earphone, get mad, but I would have been kicked out. I would have been not welcome back, and they would have banned me, right? So again, nobody wins when you do that, right? And it's all in the way that you handle yourself. Sure, you could get mad, you can get pissed off. We all get pissed off. But at the end of the day, you're gonna find that really it didn't solve anything. And there's a lot of hurt feelings in the heat of the moment, and you have to be prepared for these types of situations. You have to be prepared to handle yourself. And I'm ready to learn how to handle myself. And in my mindfulness class, we're learning how to let things go and not beat ourselves up so much. Because the worst thing you can do is beat yourself up. Seriously, it's terrible for your mental, physical, emotional health, and also can cause, stress can cause sickness. Stress can do so many things to a person. Can cause aches and pains, all the rest of that, and it's just not worth it. So, guys, if you like this video, I've also got some God of War gameplay I'm going to upload today. I just have to get my hard drive out. I actually have to see how much content I actually have on that hard drive, because it's been a while since I actually used it, but I'm going to get it out today, because today's my recording day, and I'm going to upload some God of War gameplay. So, have a good one, you guys, and I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave your comments down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.